Today I'm painting in my friend Rita's poppy garden. I come here every spring to paint her poppies because they are such a feast for the eye. They are just amazing. And what I'm doing is I'm doing an underpainting in watercolor, and then I'm going to work into it with the pastel. So I'm using a surface that will take the pastel well, but will still work well with the watercolor. I'm blocking in the poppy colors right now, and I'm using a combination of cadmium orange and cadmium red. I'm just going to try to block in this as rapidly as possible, because I just want to foil for the pastel, so I don't have to worry about having the perfect watercolor, but I do have to worry about having something interesting as a foil, so that I can put the pastels on top and it will work readily. After I get this blocked in, and the shapes are getting larger as they come closer to the viewer, then I will work in some of my greens on top of this. So I love this garden because I could do really interesting things with shape and rhythm and texture, and I can work the beautiful blue-greens against the orange colors of the poppies. And you have to, every once in a while you get drips on the paper and they flow down to the edge, but that's no big deal. You just keep working until you've got the paper covered. And some of them, the areas, you notice how bright that orange is? Yummy orange. So in the next series, I will work on getting my greens in. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. Today I am working my cerulean blue green in with the oranges to set off the poppies, and I'm still blocking in my watercolor so then I can put in my pastel. So I've just tried to be as loose as possible with this, but still understanding where I'm going to put my pastel when I get to that part. I don't want to take too much time, but I don't want to just have everything be the same color and then as an underpainting for the poppy pastel overpainting. So now I'm still blocking that in, and now I'm going to go back over it, and I'm going to put a few more of those oranges, and they're going to sort of drip down into the mass here, but I think I'll be fine with that. Okay, now I'm going to... The sun came out about 10 minutes before I started this painting, and I was so excited about it because I thought, oh no, the sun and those beautiful patterns of light and dark aren't going to happen the way I want them to. But as it turns out, it's working out. So right now it just looks like a gobby-gooey mess. But I promise, or maybe I shouldn't promise, but I think it will actually be a nice painting. So, still blocking in. And I'm putting more red into it now. And as you can see, these forms are larger than the ones at the top of the piece of paper. My composition. And I'm still painting. Oh, I got a nice dark there. So let's see how that goes. Yes, it's good to have a darker blue on top of the cerulean for some of those shadow areas too. So let's see what we can do here. Get that working. Okay, I'm still blocking in. Soon I'll be ready. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you later. Hello again. I'm blocking in the pastel part of my painting now. So I'm using some really beautiful psychedelic oranges to try and match the beautiful psychedelic orange in the poppy color. And I'm working with my areas of color to make them go back in space again. I'm starting in the background to remind myself that these shapes should be smaller than the ones that are towards the foreground. After I get some of these orange colors and shapes in, then I will begin to work into the blue-green, but this time using the pastels rather than the watercolors. As you can see how bright that pastel is, it's just amazing. And I'm using a sanded surface, so the pastel really grips to the paper. And as I do it, I'm squinting to see both the value, and then I'm opening up my eyes wide to see the color. And because I want to see these shapes as bigger shapes and smaller shapes, and then I will go in and correct them in terms of defining the shapes more. Right now we just look like blobs and blobs of color, but at some point in the painting it will actually start to look like a field of poppies. You don't want to, when you're working on a painting, you want it to be blocked in pretty loosely at first, and then get more in depth and detail. If you start working too soon on detail, you usually will come up with a painting that works in certain places but doesn't quite hang together as a whole painting. So next time I'll work in some of those blue-greens to make those poppies really pop. Thanks.